So, this is the Den of Nerds, and we obviously follow a lot of nerdy shit. Marvel, Star Wars, DC, the video game movie stuff, the anime stuff. We get pretty eclectic, another crazy word, in our nerdy taste over here. And right now, things are in sort of a weird state of flux, and we're kind of asking ourselves, like, okay, is the comic book movie genre thing kind of on the way out? What is going to replace it? The studios are trying a lot of different things. So the live action video game thing is being pushed hardcore right now. Multiple big projects being developed. And in fact, just today at the Nintendo Direct, they announced the sequel to the Mario movie, and it looks cool. And I think it's going to make $1 bajillion, right? So we are in a state of change when it comes to, like, what is ruling the zeitgeist? What's at the top of the nerdy pyramid, so to speak? And a fighter enters the arena in the form of anime. And you might say, okay, but you're talking about live action anime, the live action adaptations of anime. And yes, maybe, and that's a part of this story, but it could actually just be anime. Okay, and this is a fascinating story. I'm really interested in this. I know a lot of us are. Some of the stuff we've been hearing about, just how prevalent anime consumption is out there over the past year or two, have been so fascinating. So, like, Netflix put out some really interesting stuff where 1/3 of all adult people at least in North America, are into anime. Anime consumption has risen 500% over the past 3 to 4 years, I believe, was the stat. And it's just like, it's crazy, okay? That's not even to mention the manga differences, the difference in what manga sells compared to American comics, even graphic novels and stuff like that. It's kind of been an ongoing conversation that's happening in the background here. Anime and manga on the rise, really, really doing some serious numbers, okay? So that all takes us to this place and a conversation that we've had over the past couple of weeks about Demon Slayer. I keep telling you guys, the Demon Slayer movie, and I'll TLDR it here for those not in the know about anime. Demon Slayer is something like the Avengers as far as the popularity of anime. It is an incredibly popular series, and it's done very well in Japan, but it's done incredibly well in all kinds of markets. A little bit of that Dragon Ball Z evergreen energy. I'm talking about the merchandising sells super strong, which gives you a ton of licenses all over the place. Not only just the manga and the actual anime sales, but merch, figures. My wife's really into the figure community, and Demon Slayer is just huge in that community. Video games, all sorts of stuff. Although I gotta be honest, I don't know how many Demon Slayer they should probably make a really fucking good Demon Slayer video game. I'm sure there's like some mobile games or whatever. Anyway, the point is this. Demon Slayer is huge. Okay? Demon Slayer is absolutely huge. I think the other week I shared a note from Sony, and it was a comment that Sony made. Let me see if I can try to find this again. They said some wild shit about Demon Slayer, okay? So let me see if I can find this, just to show you the level of oomph that is happening here. Talking about Disney's global dominance. Oh man, I gotta try to find the quote. Maybe yeah, so Sony officially plans to make Demon Slayer its main anime series to rival Disney's global dominance, calling its growth PS1 to PS2 level shift. Infinity Castle Arc is in discussions to be nominated for Oscars and stuff like that. So this was in some Japanese journals. And so just to give you an idea here, Sony as a company, right, views Demon Slayer as a way to challenge Disney's global dominance. They are viewing this brand as very important and very big, right? Well, I mean, holy fucking shit. They're doing it. I can't believe it. So these are some numbers here. I got these pulled up for you. Now, I got to be honest. These numbers are in debate, okay? So there's a lot of... the numbers are a bit all over the place. Who knows exactly? I mean, I don't know that it's going to get to 70, 80 million, 90 million. That would be fucking nuts if it actually does that. We'll talk about it. But regardless, right now, multiple people are reporting that the preview numbers, the Thursday night numbers for Demon Slayer, are anywhere between 10 million and 13 million. Okay? Now, just for some context here, Thunderbolts did 11, I think 11.5, and Captain America, brand new, boring-ass, stupid movie, did 12 million in previews. So this thing's either hanging right in that ballpark, or this thing is doing better than 2 out of 3 of the Marvel movies that opened this year. Okay? That's fucking insane. Now, let me just say for a second here, let's stop the numbers thing, and let me just tell you about the actual movie here, because I'm telling you guys right now, I highly recommend going to watch this film in the theaters. I had an incredible time watching this thing yesterday. So I had gotten bamboozled into going to the fan event thing for James Gunn's Superman a couple of months ago, and I had to drive down to the super premium screen and see it or whatever. It was incredible. I love the Superman movie. I'm being a bit of a dick as always. But the point is, that theater was so fucking impressive. That screen was so impressive, and I really liked the 4DX thing, that when I heard about Infinity Castle, right, I was like, dude, the Infinity Castle is such a cool concept. Demon Slayer goes hard with its action. I want to watch this on the best screen possible, and I want to watch it in this incredible theater with like the D-Box thing and all that. We drove 2 hours away to go do this. It was fucking awesome, dude. Not only is the movie cool, and the movie is just like dialed up Demon Slayer. Like if you're into it, you know what you're getting. It is that dialed up. The action is fucking incredible. The emotion is dialed up. The backstory, sympathizing the demons, it's all there. Everything you know and love about Demon Slayer. Great first start to what is a trilogy, by the way, because this is the first of a trilogy of movies, and it is operating at this level in the U.S. box office. But I'm just telling you, like, incredible movie. If you like going to the movies to watch really fun action, unless you're like really anime averse, because I know there's still some people that just can't get into it because it's cartoons or whatever, right? I think this movie and the social proof that is just coming out from this movie's performance and the strong word of mouth is going to be a pretty big deal for anime in general. It's probably going to get a large portion of people to kind of be more open to not only seeing this, but seeing the next one and then seeing the next one. This moment happened for Marvel Studios. There was a moment when Marvel all of a sudden went from the thing that like all the critics were super hard on, everybody kind of talked shit on, and it was looked down upon, to the thing that gets like supported, and the fans were so like we hit a moment with Marvel where fans were so fired up and passionate about it that you saw reviewers cushion their criticism. You saw like literal changes in the way people talked about Marvel Studios because its fan base was so big and vocal and defensive of it. And I'm not even saying that's a good thing, but I'm just telling you, like, that shit happened. I watched that shit happen. That could be what's happening right now with Demon Slayer and with anime. If this shit is true, dude, if this thing opens to above $70 fucking million in the North American box office, I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about a $400 million movie that's animation coming out of Japan, the first of a trilogy? Well, what's the second one do? I would say probably more. And then the third one, you could be looking at a $1 billion movie. And the thing is, too, right? It seems really crazy, and it is kind of crazy. But look at like Lilo and Stitch. Look at like Minecraft, and they're technically live action, right? But Lilo and Stitch is basically animation. And then you look at some of the other animated things that have popped off, right? So Inside Out, Moana, some of these other like animated things. Why not anime? And I think, the K-pop Demon Hunter thing combined with this should be a huge fucking boon to the popularity of this stuff and what needs to happen next, right? I mean, the K-pop Demon Hunter thing is insane. That is crazy. That's clearly going to change things. That could be a $1 billion franchise. Demon Slayer might already be a $1 billion franchise, depending on evaluation. But this right here is the kind of news that is going to break out of the anime bubble, and it is going to go into the mainstream movie bubble. It's going to break into just the regular ass zeitgeist bubble. People love to be a part of a thing. People love to know what is the next big thing. I'm really curious to see what the final numbers are, man, for this film. And I'm really interested to see what it does this weekend and what does it mean for the next one. I'd love to see it again. It was a truly fantastic experience. And one of the things that like a lot of anime fans will tell you is that part of the reason anime is doing so much better than a lot of Western media is because they really take care of their fans. Like fan service is a literal pillar of anime. It's a pillar of it. Like they know what the fans are wanting. They will play with it. Sometimes you don't always get what you want, but you are being treated as though you are the most important thing. You know, I was talking to my wife a little bit about this yesterday because, you know, she's into K-pop and she's getting into a little bit more of that kind of entertainment and culturally, that kind of stuff. Right? Hey, thank you, Felicia. I appreciate that. I'll get into that in a second. Or Felicity, sorry. Let me not lose my train of thought here. Do you guys know what idol culture is? Okay. Idol culture is, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically like celebrity. It's like dialed up celebrity for a lot of these different markets over there. And, you know, it's a thing in, it's always been a thing, right? There are idols. I mean, one of my favorite movies is called Perfect Blue. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Christopher Nolan steals a lot of Perfect Blue for like his movies, including Inception. So if you're like a real student of film, you got to watch Perfect Blue. That's the original. But the point is, Perfect Blue is about idol culture, like go-go girls, like these different kind of things in that society, in that culture. Well, one of the things that's like really in idol culture, and you might have noticed this if you've watched K-pop Demon Hunter, you can notice that there's a effort in the film to show how the fans are the most important thing. You know how like the girls do the thing for the fans and then they're tired at the end of the movie, but they just keep going forward because of the fans. The point is, it is inherent within that culture. And therefore, because of their pop culture, it has sort of infiltrated, you know, the wider global zeitgeist. It is a part of their culture that fans are respected to the utmost. Like to the utmost, like total fucking opposite of what you see in the West, where frankly a lot of them don't respect the audience and think if you have wrong think, you are not the person I make this for, and I'm going to actually not only say that, I'm going to let you know what I really think of you. Like this aggressive, almost anti-fan posturing, my opinion is the most important thing kind of a thing. There's a Western disrespect that's caked into that. I want people to kind of understand this, you know. That's a very Western thing. It's a very American thing to, you know, shake your spurs loud and be fucking disrespectful as shit. That's not an Eastern thing. In the East, even in combat, even against mortal enemies, respect is important. You know what I mean? Politeness is important. Something about that that's, I think, a little appealing, maybe given the cultural temperature over here in the West, you know? It's certainly something that has made the idol culture and K-pop itself very popular, and I think that's part of what drives the passion of that fan base. I say all of this to say that I think there's a real chance that some of this stuff is going to become bigger than ever, man. You know, we're at this weird inflection point. And during time periods like this, there does tend to be people that kind of come out of it a lot better, you know, than others. And a lot of us are wondering, what's going on with Hollywood? How's Hollywood going to respond? Well, if I know Hollywood, and I do a little bit, get ready for 10 years of them giving the weebs way more than they can even fucking handle, to the point that it's oversaturated and overbloated to where Marvel and Star Wars is at right now. So get ready. Live action anime, more anime than you could fucking shake a stick at. All the anime, Disney Plus animes, 6 times a year. Okay. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, comments, questions about anime, the West, Demon Slayer? What do you think? Y'all gonna go see Demon Slayer? I'm telling you, it's good. Anybody gonna see it? Wasn't Sydney Sweeney rumored for the Gundam movie? I don't know that I've ever heard that before, but that's officially my favorite rumor about the Gundam movie, so hopefully. Anime is the king. I saw Demon Slayer last night, 4DX. Amazing. Hell yeah, it was. I'm glad you liked it too. What were you saying, Josh? I don't remember. You're going to see it, Kalen? Nice, man. Are you a Demon Slayer head? Or are you kind of just like, hey, I gotta see what it's about. Now I'll pass on that. What? Justin, are you an anime guy at all? Just out of curiosity. Seeing Demon Slayer and The Long Walk tomorrow? That sounds like a nice doubleheader. That'll be fun. I will caution the bringing of the children to this. There were some kids in our theater, and I was watching this movie, and I was like, I don't know that kids should be watching this shit. Like, Demon Slayer goes hard on some of its mature content. I'm a big Demon Slayer fan. Nice, man. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this was great. If you're a fan of it, you're getting exactly what you think you're getting, and you're getting a really good version of it. It's quite peak, I would say. Quite peak. Yes, I watched the Boondocks. I love the Boondocks. I was just watching the Boondocks the other night, man. I watched the one with, it's actually funny. Now you're going to get me on a whole fucking tangent, but I'll make it really quick. I saw a clip of T-Pain talking about how he lost all his money and nobody prepares you for fame and then losing everything. And so then I watched the Boondocks episode where the one rapper loses everything. Do you remember that episode? When the bank's trying to repossess the house the whole time. His buddy's working at Wendy's. Fucking incredible episode. Yeah, Aaron McGruber is, I mean, he still is, but he's just like on another level. Yeah, Thugnificent. On another level, that guy. Oh my God, I love that episode, bro. It's so good. But I was just like, wow, it's just interesting that, I mean, I think Aaron has been proven to be almost prophetically correct about a lot of shit. Like, you look back at some of the things, not just in Boondocks, but then some of the stuff he said, and then you look at, like, nowadays, and you're like, man, this dude was kind of on it, you know? But anyway, let's get back on track. Anime! Are y'all going to see Demon Slayer? Demon Slayer! Yes, Brixie says, fine, I'm sold. Let's go. Get in there, man. You're going to have a good time. Isn't that what life's about? Go have a good time. Go sit there in front of this thing and watch how the Japanese interpret demon hunting shonen hero's journey shit. It is, bro, they fucking cooked up a feast. No doubt about it. It is incredible. It is incredible. Currently cramming 70 episodes until Sunday when I watch it. Damn, that's a crazy cram, brother. Holy, 70 episodes? Although I believe you, I'm still waiting for streaming. Nothing wrong with that. You'll still enjoy it on streaming. I can't wait to watch it on streaming as well. You know, but I will say that that theatrical experience was pretty peak. It was pretty peak. All right, Demon Slayer, crazy, man. That success is wild. Even to me, I'm like, this is crazy. We'll talk on Monday about it, because we'll have official numbers. But like this, y'all surprised at that? I'm surprised. I thought this thing would do 30, 40 max. This is shocking, bro.